Today is Tahuti Day. Now, the Nordic people, they call it Wotan. Greeks say Hermes. The Romans or Latin say Mercury. Now, it is written that the prefix of Mercury, M-E-R, also the prefix for merchandise. So Mercury deals with business people, transaction, merchandise. And an ironic thing about the deities of the Romans, the Greek, and the Western people, it's always a negative connotation attributed to them. Now, Mercury also is for thief and cunning, as well as prosperity. Tahuti and the Kemetic deities does not have that type of connotation. Tahuti for math, science, business, and different intellectual pursuits, unlike the Roman and Greek deity, except for Set, S-E-T, is the only one who have some type of negative connotation, but he is also good. For it is Set who helps Ra in his solar boat fighting against Apep, which is chaos. And that Apep or chaos seems to be seeping through to us. And its job is to destroy, especially the whole universe if it could, but it's impossible to. Because you get Set, and Set is helping Ra and Heru, who otherwise is a mortal enemy, but in a solar boat, they all fight together against Apep, chaos. And as I said, it seemed to be seeping through to us, chaos, just swirling, homosexuality, aversion, all kinds of confusion, murdering Black people, murdering each other. That's confusion setting in. Even murdering those who they claim to have loved. And a woman picking those type of men with that type of mental disability. I'm talking about Black people now. So, but my main point today is the UK, as well as the U.S., owed us, Fba and Ados for reparation. Fba, Foundational Black Americans, and the Ados, Americans descendants of slaves, or the ADOES, American descendant of the enslaved. Okay, but the UK, because for about 157 years, our ancestors were enslaved while the British monarchy was ruling. We were enslaved for 156 years under the United Colonies. The United Colonies, our first slavery in this land, 156 years. And I said in other videos about the connection between King James, the masonry, the masons, speculative masons, not operative, speculative masons, not the ones who plaster the homes and so forth, but the so-called secret society connected with our slavery. King James was the king when our first ancestor came over to this land, 1619. King James was on the throne, British throne. And for 156 years, we were under, our ancestors were under slavery in the United Colonies under the British monarchy. And for about 84 or more years, we were enslaved under the United States of America. That was 1776 to 1963. So the United Kingdom also owed us reparation. Now the landowners were the same, or mostly the same, under the British monarchy in the United Colonies as they were in the United States under the presidents and his cabinet and his House and Senate, and the king and his parliament, the same landowners and their descendants. But how can you get out the landowners except through taxation, which they give to the government? So therefore, it's hard to get reparation from individual landowners, but it's the government who made it legal. Because when they said slavery was stopped, it's the government who stopped slavery, who made it illegal. They made it legal and they made it illegal in 1863. So they had the power to stop it at any time. But they allowed it to go on in the United States of America for over 84 years or so, and under the monarchy for about 157 years. So they owed us money. The United Kingdom, can't forget them. They're not going off the hook. Now, Africans also owed us. Don't forget them. They also owed us. So a lot of them sold us to the Europeans. A lot of those people, they are poor. They are poor nations. Because of that, what they did, they became poor. Because of the foolish idea. Thinking that we, being Asiatic people, who sojourn into the southernmost parts of Africa from Asia. And when I say Asia, not Japan or China, but Mesopotamia, Samaria, Kemet, later called Egypt. So and it's hard to even get citizenship into those countries from the Black diaspora, especially from Black Americans, even the UK. Have to go through hoops, and they try to milk us. There's people who say they try to milk Black Americans out of their money who come there, making different laws. Stupid. Absolutely, they're stupid as hell, stupid as could be, dumb and corrupt. I go for Ghana too. Stupid. How in the hell is there going to progress? That type of stupidity and greed. Black people wants to go to Africa to help, to build, not only for the other Africans, but for themselves too. And that is a destiny for the dumb leaders who they put into office, not only the president, but the lesser official. Discourage it. They're trying to milk the money to corrupt self. And now it's expensive to live in Ghana and Accra. There's other African countries. There are other African countries. Once they get a taste of the money of the Black Americans, they become greedy. And with the stupidity, but now let's say all that have to change. That stupidity of the African leaders have to change. The young people who can see the truth, the young people of Africa who will welcome us, who build up Africa in honesty, in honesty, in honesty, and wisdom. You got to be the younger people. 40 years and younger, or 45, even 45 years and younger, who will welcome us, who get rid of that evil of greed, stupidity, corruption. You get rid of it and use wisdom, knowing that we come to help with our talent and with our money. But it has to be on a solid foundation of honesty, truth, understanding, and wisdom, taking away that barrier. And that barrier is stupidity and ignorance. And so it have to go, because we are on a march. Victory is ours. We are progressing and prospering as never before. So it is, cannot be otherwise. I rejoice. Of course, but there's other things I'd like to say about other situations. But I don't want this video to be too long or too confusing with too many ideas at one time. And so I will leave it like that. To sum it up, get rid of the young people, young Africans, take over the lead in Africa.